guess how did this opportunity come up, and what were your first thoughts when you found out?
My first thoughts when the opportunity presented itself, I was just excited to come and join a new team, excited to come and join these guys. I saw how much they were grinding. I just I watched the game before I even came out here, and then just excited to come out here.
I guess, what was your evaluation of the defense watching the game?
It was pretty good. Everybody has your hiccups right now, ups and downs of just early preseason, just getting everything in order. You have a lot of new faces on the team, new coaching scheme. So now it's just like, let's all come together. Let's figure out what we can do to make us the best squad that we can be.
How would you describe your skill set and how you fit into the mold here with Patrick Graham's defense?
Honestly, just coming in and just trying to be a sponge, trying to learn as much as I can. Come down wherever they want me to play. If they want me to play dime, if they want me to play any safety position, wherever they want me to go, just go out there and help out the team the best way I can.
How is are you absorbing the new playbook? How similar is it to stuff you've done in the past?
Every playbook has some similarities, but you just got to come out here and just learn exactly what they want you to do. Just come out here, first get the respect of your teammates, then get the respect of your coaches, and then go out there and play fast.
How do you kind of go about doing that? I know there's some catch-up going on right now. A lot of these guys have been in the building since April. So for you coming in here the way you have, how do you go about doing that?
Just be coachable, number one. Don't be afraid to ask the question. Don't be afraid to ask a teammate when you're out there with them. Just go out there and just give everything you got. Just come in here, try to be a study rat, you can say. Just stay in the building. Nothing for me to do at the hotel anyway, so stay in the building and just learn as much as I can and come and help out whenever they put me in.
You're a veteran. You've been around a long time. Can you talk about the culture of Pete Carroll? It's pretty unique.
Nah, it is unique. It is unique. I played for some historic coaches, and he's just another one on the list. And now his culture that I'm involved with now, it's a little bit different. But he's just excited. He's a high energy guy in meeting rooms, at practice. You see him running up and down. You see him with the competition. Today I had a competition. We had like a tip ball drill at the end. I lost, but just the competition factor just makes sure everybody ready to come compete every day.
Pete Carroll, being a former DB coach himself and big into the DBs and stuff like that, what has he said to you about what he wants to see from you on this team?
He just said he wanted to see high energy right now. High energy, see how well I can pick up the playbook. Just play fast. Just go out there, play free, and just go out there and help out the team.
Who beat you in the tip drill?
That was me. Don't mind me. I'm trying to get everybody's name right. But we're both new, so we put both of the new guys up, and he said 1-on-1. So we just got to go out there. He didn't beat me bad. Don't put that out there now. Come on. We did a tip drill. It was best out of three. He made two. I had one. But yeah.
You mentioned competition. Every day has a little unique, title to it. Competition Tuesday. Does that resonate with players? I mean, is that something that players kind of vibe with?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I know me personally, I vibe with it just because, this is a part of our business. Every day is a competition, especially during training camp, because at some point it's going to have to get real, and then it's going to have to get cut down. So you're constantly competing. You're constantly trying to put your best stuff out there. And, that competition factor is just make it, it's still a job, but, you're having fun with it too. So you can have fun with your guys, and everybody's competing, making each other better.
There's a lot of mix of young players and veterans in this defense. And so when you look at the just different amount of types of players that are here, how do you bring your experience in to kind of gel with them?
Just lead by example. Just try to be a sponge, like I noted earlier. Try to come in and get extra meetings in, stay a little bit longer, do the stuff to help my body. Just show them by example of how I was in the leagues for so long, and show them that they can do it as well, and just keep on going out there competing. Whatever rep I have, go 110%, go as fast as I can, and just put everything on the line.
You've seen the league from kind of all sides. You're a first-round pick. You've also, been released and had to find a place to play. So, I guess, how does coming from a family who is all about the league, has so much knowledge about the league, how much does that help you kind of ride that roller coaster a little bit, where some guys might be lost and not, understand that, but for you, it's kind of been around your whole life?
The main thing I'll say, you just got to love the journey. It's like anything in life. You're never going to be on your high horse forever. Eventually, you got to just get it out the mud. You got to be a dog in the corner and fight your way out of it. And I guess you can say that's what I'm doing now, just getting another opportunity, coming out here, just showing why I belong, showing why I can compete and make this team.
Good. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How have you kind of evaluated the way this camp has gone for you personally?
So far, I feel like it's went well. Just doing my best every day to get better. It's always been my motto. I'm very process oriented and try to focus on the day to day. But overall, I feel like it's been going well.
What do you feel you bring maybe unique to the team?
I feel like my size. I feel like even if a DB's in quote unquote good position, I always feel like I'm open. That's always how it's been. So go balls, stop routes, so on and so forth, getting to the sticks and maybe making a big conversion. Also, I love playing special teams. So you can put me anywhere in the interior and special teams on punt. I've played gunner before. I've played all 4 phases. So pretty much anywhere they need me, I'm more than happy to be a resource for this team and just do my best to help the Raiders win games.
You mentioned special teams. You made a tackle in the special teams in the game the other day, and how much do you think that you take pride in that kind of being your part of your ticket to making the roster?
Yeah, I love special teams. There's 3 phases of the game, right? Offense, defense, and special teams. So it's a huge, it's a third of this game of football. So it's very important and something I'm very passionate about. I've played. I'm on year 6 now. I've played a bit in my NFL career, and last year I felt like I really took a jump with playing in 9 games and having 5 or 6 special teams tackles with the opportunities that presented itself. So it's something I know I can do. I love the new kickoff rule because I feel like it really fits the skill set of a receiver, a big receiver like myself. So I'm really looking forward to growing and continuing to grow on what I did last year and even be better. So I know it's definitely a big I guess a big role for me into making the team and continue to contribute towards winning games.
You have a very unique skill set in that you're able to create separation with your body but not your hands, so you don't get those PIs. Is that something that you just naturally gained because of the size of your body, or did you have to learn that?
I've been playing receiver since I was 7 years old. So a lot of people, their story is, I started playing in high school, college, or transition positions. I've been doing this for such a long time, I feel like. So I've really learned how to use my skill set to, just play towards my strength and creating separation when maybe you're not the fastest guy or whatever. But one thing I have is size. And I feel like my football IQ is fairly high. So I try to lean on those 2 things to give me the best chance to make plays. But like anyone, I'm not a finished product and I have a long way to go. But each and every day, I'm blessed getting out of bed and playing for the best organization ever and playing the best sport ever. So that's kind of my mindset, and I'm super thankful to be here.
You've gotten mixed in with Geno here at times. What stands out to you from about him as a quarterback?
I love Geno. His story, just a lot of people kind of trying to count him out, and he refused to buy into that narrative and always kind of believed in himself and what he brought to the table. So when you get into the huddle with him, he has an innate ability to make everyone else in that huddle believe, and I love that about him. So he's a true vet. And he gives everyone else in that huddle confidence, and that's something that's very contagious, not only on the offense, but also just the whole team feels that.
I think a lot of people think professional sports is so glamorous that all the stories are great, but you just mentioned how Geno he was counted out and didn't count himself out. But is that an inspiration for someone like you who has kind of had to battle for his place in this league as well?
Absolutely. I get really inspired by hearing my teammates' stories. We all have a unique journey. A lot of people hear the NFL and think we all have it made, but each and every day is a fight, right? And just having the opportunity to play this amazing game at this level is an extreme blessing. And like you're hearing Geno's story or me reflecting on my story or other guys' stories within the locker room, a lot of us have that underdog mindset, and I feel like that's kind of the Raiders culture, and I love how it's kind of just cultivating naturally with the guys we have in the locker room. And I think we're going to shock a lot of people this year with Coach Carroll's mindset and leadership. And I'm excited.
You have been around quite a long time, Collin, throughout your career. Pete's culture is raved about. What is it about it as a veteran that appeals to so many?
I've never seen this amount of energy each and every day in everything, not just practice. I'm talking about, eating breakfast and Coach Carroll's like hopping in with excitement, or team meetings. people are standing and clapping when Pete Carroll's walking down the stairs and music's playing and we're shooting hoops, and the energy is just contagious, and it's something that I feel like a lot of us really just enjoy coming to work and enjoy the process of getting better. So compete is kind of our team's motto, and it's very fitting with Coach Pete Carroll, right? So it's just everything. I feel like the stars are aligning and we're just getting better every day, but I have extreme faith in this group of guys and the leadership of Coach Carroll.
Sport of football is in your blood. You, your dad, your brother. How big is it having it be a family situation where it's like everybody's been in the sport for your dad, a decade veteran in the NFL?
Yeah, for me, it's very surreal. I'm from the Bay Area. I'm from San Jose, so playing for the Raiders is awesome. The majority of the time in my career, I've been kind of on the East Coast or super far from home with the Giants, Jags, Bears, and went to college at the University of Texas. So I'm kind of back where I feel like I belong, kind of on the West Coast, and it's surreal. So I look at this Raiders logo, and it's unbelievable to me. And in terms of answering your question from a football family, my dad's played 10 years in the league. He's played for the Rams. My mom was a cheerleader. My brother played football with me at the University of Texas. My sister was on the track and field team. So I come from a football family and come from a sports family. So to me, competition has always been something that's natural to me and something I really kind of crave. And it's just surreal having this opportunity. So I don't take a day for granted, and I'm very appreciative for my family and my dad for everything they taught me to allow me to have this opportunity and hopefully take advantage of every opportunity that I get here.
I think just over 3 years since you had an Achilles tear. What was that process like coming back, and when did you finally feel again that you were yourself?
Yeah, I would say last year, honestly. I felt like I was myself again with the opportunities given to me. I felt like I did a pretty good job of taking advantage of that. My role in Chicago was primarily special teams because I'm backing up DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, so on and so forth, some pretty tried and true guys. But every opportunity when they called my number, I feel like I showed up. But that was a tough injury, but I feel like I came back from that, and I actually came back a better player and a better person, and I'm more confident than ever now. And it's something that was really humbling for me, and now I just don't take any days for granted in this league. So, it happened 3 years ago. I'm still playing by the grace of God, and I hope I have more years left to continue to play and continue to get better each and every day. So.
Good, thanks guys. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Very good.
Chris, you played at such a high level in college, and now you're playing like the Chris Smith at Georgia. Do you feel that way? I noticed you're smiling a lot more. You're having a lot more fun. Has it just seemed like the game slowed down a little bit?
I would definitely say every year that I've been able to have an opportunity to play in this league, the game has slowed down. So that might be why you see a little bit of the old me coming back to fruition. And I just got to keep working, keep my head down, and take stuff from the vets. A lot of the new guys that we got in have really helped me elevate my game. New coaching staff, just everybody around that we brought into this new 2025 Raiders has really helped me this year.
Chris, how has your preparation off the field helped your confidence on the field?
I always take my preparation off the field seriously. So it's just about, pounding in the film room, staying on top of my nutrition, my sleep, weight room. All those things cultivate the ability to have a great season. So I just try to stay on top of all those things.
Have you seen this defense change a bit as Pete has come in? You mentioned the new staff and kind of melding it with what Patrick likes to do.
I would definitely say Pete is the most important addition to the team that we had this year. He's changed the entire culture that we have. He's a great encourager to everybody that we have brought in and everybody that we've had here, and he's done a great job teaching us his style of defense and how he wants us to play. And we just take that and apply it to practice and games, and we just continue to get better at that every single day.
Is it significantly different, his defense, compared to what you've been doing here, or subtly?
I would say subtly. Anytime you have coaching changes and things like that, they obviously going to implement what they believe is going to help us win. So I would definitely say subtly.
You've been obviously in good cultures with Kirby, and what is it about Pete in this culture that you're buying into and liking?
Yeah, it's so crazy that you said that because I was just telling one of our coaches probably about 2 days ago that Coach Smart and Coach Carroll was probably, well, not probably, they are the two best coaches that I've ever been pleased with the opportunity to be around. And obviously they have very different styles, but you could just see the similarities in the passion that they have for the game and the competitiveness that they have. Like, it's top level, you know, and they always believe that we're gonna go out there, we're gonna do our best, we're gonna win, and they preach that to us. And you know, that reflects in the team and our attitude and our culture. And yeah, like I said, them is two of the best coaches I've been around for sure.
He's got like little slogans for the day, competition, this, you know, and maybe from the outside looking in, people would think, oh, it's kind of corny or whatever, but does it resonate, do you believe?
No, it definitely resonates, and it's not corny at all. It's something that he truly, truly believes in, and he's done a good job relaying that to us, and we've done a good job taking that in and buying into the culture that he's brought. You know, one of our main slogans is always compete, and I feel like we go out there on the field every day and we reflect that because that's what he preaches to us every single day, no matter what went on the day before, what went on the minute before, hour before. He always preaches that, and it reflects in our team.
Chris, what do you feel like you have to do to get to the next level, to take that next step? What do you feel like you have to do?
I just gotta continue to work hard. You know, like I said, stand on top of my film, nutrition, weight room, stuff like that. Taking things from guys like Chin, D. White, E-Rob, Max, just the leaders on our team, and just following behind them. And then eventually, when I get the chance to get my opportunity, I got to capitalize. That's the name of the game.
Talk about Pete. He's obviously very involved with you guys as DBs in particular. How would you describe the way he coaches you guys up?
Like I said, he's by far the most encouraging coach that I've ever had. He just always goes out there and he lets us know that we could do the things that he wants us to do, and we just try to go out there and execute every single day.
You just mentioned, I think, 5 guys that are leaders on defense. That's kind of a change from in the past. There's a lot of young guys here.
Yeah.
In the past, is that a noticeable difference?
I would definitely say it's a little bit noticeable difference. Like having guys like D. White and E-Rob in the linebacker room, they definitely have been able to come in and bring that kind of grit and grind that we want on the team. Just even in the back end, the ability to bring Chen on, he's been a great addition to our team. We had a bunch of great additions all across the board. Even on the offensive side of the ball, I don't mean to leave those guys out. I'm just mainly on the defensive side of the ball. Those are guys that I spend the most amount of time with. But it's top to bottom. Everybody we brought in, from the coaching staff to the players to supporting staff. It's just a great change for us, for sure.
Several times I've noticed you talking to Chin after a rep. Can you talk about him as a leader?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people know he's a good player, but they don't necessarily know about his leadership skills.
Yeah, Chin, like a lot of people, like off the bat, they would think like he's more quiet and reserved, and he is. But when it's time to talk and time to lead, he definitely doesn't miss an opportunity to get his point across. Help guys out where he sees fit, and then he goes out there and he does it himself. He's one of those lead by example kind of guys, and he's, like I said, he's a great addition to our team this year for sure.
What are your thoughts on Eric Stokes and what does he bring to the defense?
Stokes, that's like my best friend. That's one of my best friends. I always like to say I'm the reason he came out here, so y'all can thank me for that. But Stokes has always been a great player ever since our days back at the University of Georgia, and it's great to see him come here and be the player that he knows he could be, that all of us know he could be. And I can't wait to see what he does this season. That's my dog.
Another Georgia guy, I think I remember asking you about this time last year when he was coming in, was Brock Bowers. Obviously now we've seen what he did. How impressed were you by him his first year, and now you've been practicing against him? How can he level it up this year?
I was just talking about Brock a couple of days ago too. Just how far he's come since we were at the University of Georgia together. This is a guy, like, the first day I seen him at the University of Georgia, I knew he was going to the league. And, you can't say that about everybody, but just he's one of those guys that always puts his head down and he works every day, and he just continues to get better day in and day out. I think he's like, I seen him at practice every day at UGA, and I thought he was amazing then. Now I can't even describe, like, he doesn't drop passes, he runs fast, he does everything at a high level, and I can't be more thankful that he's on our team. Yeah.
Your years in the NFL, most of your opportunities in regular season have come in special teams. How
Yep.
big is the preseason and training camp for you to show what you can also do on D?
It's always big, man. This is an opportunity where you be able to improve on your craft, show what you could do when the season time come around, and you know it's not over yet. We still got a lot more training camp practices left. We got 2 more preseason games, so you just got to keep working and preparing to get to the level that I want to be and the team wants to be. We expect to have a big season this year, so we just got to keep working day in and day out.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.
Whenever you're ready.
That rookie year for you bounced around, I think 4 teams, I think it was, or 3 teams at least. You've been in this building now since September of last year. Is there some stability there, and have you hopefully found some stability now?
Yeah, nah, definitely. I mean, I look at that rookie year. Honestly, I'm glad it happened. Changed me as a man, changed me as a player. But having some stability is nice. You know, no doubt. It helps me sleep better at night. But yeah, being here, having some of the same people who know me from last year definitely helps. Not having to prove myself and be a whole new person. They already kind of know what I came with, so it's allowing me to play. It's really nice.
We're starting to see you take some reps with the #1 team. Today, I got the nice interception. How do you feel about how training camp's going for you and the opportunity that you've created for yourself?
Yeah, I mean, the best thing I've done is just take it day by day, you know, not think too far into the future. Put my best foot forward each and every day, and wherever they put me, 1s, 2s, 3s, whatever reps I get, I'm gonna make the most of them. And I think I've done that thus far. So, yeah.
You said that your rookie year, what happened with the bouncing around to teams changed you as a player. What did you feel like needed to be changed?
I feel like definitely being able to find my own confidence without making the plays, without like doing stuff on the field. I feel like that's separates a lot of guys in this league. When you go in with the confidence and not having to do anything, when you make those plays, you're like, I'm supposed to be here. I can do this type of thing, you know. And I had to find that because, you know, bouncing around a lot of teams, it's going to kill your confidence, you know what I mean? You got nothing to go off of but a plane ride here and a plane ride there, you know. So that definitely helped. So if that makes sense, yeah, that's definitely what I went through.
That's big today. Can you take us through that sequence on that play there?
Yeah, honestly, it was kind of blurred out, but pretty sure he ran like a post corner. I was on top, and I was able to key through him to the quarterback. And then once I saw it come out, it was just a fight for the ball. And at that point, just, you know, make the play, you know. That was pretty much it, yeah.
What does it mean to be back here in Las Vegas?
Oh, yeah, it's awesome. You know, it being my hometown, family close by, friends all cheering me on. It's like that. It helps with the stability I have here and just the comfort of being home. You know, that's a big thing, a big blessing to have in this league. It's not that common, so I'm blessed to have it for sure.
Does it mean more to you to have those roots to be a part of this team, and then you see guys like Mae come in and also Laulu, you know, you guys kind of bonding over the Las Vegas roots that you have?
Yeah, no doubt. Putting on for the 702 for sure. It's just wearing it on our backs. You know, a lot of kids look up to us. You know, they would dream to play for the Raiders, and we have that chance and opportunity. So why not go our hardest and, you know, show them how it's done, you know, and play the best ball we can.
You played a little bit for Pete in Seattle that first year. What's it like being able to reunite with him and return with him? And are there some similarities with what you were doing in Seattle to what?
Oh, yeah. Pete's the same guy through and through, you know, all about competition. That's the one thing I just really respect about him, you know. When you really can compete and the best players can play, I feel like you can have the best team possible, you know, and I feel like he really preaches that day in and day out, is consistent, doesn't change his message. He stays one way the whole time, and really respect him for that, for sure.
You obviously have seen the change in culture here. What are your thoughts on how he's changed it?
I mean, I just see guys buying in, you know, really buying into what it means to compete every day and, like, always compete. You're not going to feel like it. Your body's hurting, this and that, but you got to go because it's time to go, you know what I mean? And when it comes to game day, we practice so hard where it's like whatever. Like, we've been hitting each other all the time for so many times in practice, so it's whatever with that. And definitely his mindset, where he really instills mindset training into his players. I feel like that's something that's a big culture change that's really helped us a lot through all players and all levels, you know.
Obviously, Coach Terrell, he had made an impression on you from when you played for him before and now. What kind of impression have you gotten any indication from him? What kind of impression you made on him when you played for him in Seattle?
Yeah, I think he just knew I was a competitor. You know, when I came in Seattle, it was just I was fresh off the plane, put on my pads, and just went out there and made plays each and every day, you know, and he respected that all the way until the end, where he had to make a tough decision that he, you know, might have not wanted to make, you know, but he had to do what he had to do. But definitely knows I'm a competitor who's going to bring it every single day, and he knew that coming here, so he's not really surprised that I'm competing my best every day, you know. So yeah.
How important will Thursday be for your preseason, being able to get different looks, compete against other guys in a controlled environment compared to the game on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, joint practices are exciting, man. I mean, going against the same guys every week is always good, but it's always good to see a new face. You know, different for us, different releases, different routes, seeing how our technique works against different guys in practice, which is really exciting, and just the competitive side of it. You know, you see a different jersey, you kind of want to get after it a little more than those guys, you know, so it's definitely exciting, really excited about it.
Have you kind of talked or joked around with Pete about the fact that he did have to let you go?
Nah. It's a business, man. I get it. No, exactly. Yeah, keep it out of his mind. But no, it's a business, man. I have nothing but respect for Pete always, for sure.
Given that history, though, when he's hired, are you excited because you had that past with him, or are you like, oh no, this guy went our separate ways?
No, honestly, I was excited because I knew it was someone who respected my game coming through the draft and just throughout, you know, someone respecting my game and that competition side of things. I was really excited that he was bringing that here, you know, where the best will play and you compete and good things will happen for you, you know, so I was really excited about that for sure.
You talked about those different stops kind of creating, you know, making you better as a player and person, all those things. When you finally did stick here, is it something about here, or was it just you were ready to make that statement?
Yeah, nah, I mean, I felt like wherever I was going to go, whenever I got the opportunity, you know, that's the biggest thing. Whenever I got the chance again to compete and really shoot for something, I knew I was going to be ready to do it because the first time I couldn't. And it's just like all the physical skills were there for me. You know, it was the mental side of things I had to pick up on. So once I got here, it was like, all right, let's just go for it. You know, you're already ready for it, so let's go make it happen. So, yeah.
I'm sure you've been asked this a million times, but the name Kyu, is that, I looked it up, there was a Korean version.
Yeah.
Is that what?
Yeah, I have no Korean descent. It's a funny story. I'll make it quick. It was supposed to be Blue. That was supposed to be my first name. My first name is Kyu Blu. I don't have a middle name. My parents, I'm already delivered, crying somewhere in the delivery room, and they're like, I'm not really liking it. And they're like, okay, let's go with someone with a K. What's gonna flow with that? And then there we go, Kyu Blu. So I mean, that's dope. It's Korean, but I do not want to claim that at all. Yeah. Oh really? Oh okay. I'll take it. Yeah. I got nothing to it, but yeah, I'll take it though. I'll take it.
Yep.
All right, awesome. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.